Hello and welcome. This is White Raven Oracle. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope you receive what you are looking for, and I hope that the messages that come through myself as a channel, as a medium and an oracle, and through the cards will provide you with awareness and insight and guidance. But remember to always trust your own instincts. Trust your heart, trust your intuition, and trust your body awareness. How you know something is true for you is how it makes you feel. If it lightens you up, gives you somewhat of a goosebumps, you just have a aha moment, then that's for you. If it feels heavy in your body and you're questioning and doubting and yourself or the messages, then perhaps leave it. Okay, so I'm going to start off first. This is my Mothering Avalon Oracle cards. Just has some of the records and information that I've been gifted with on my own journey. So I'm going to pull a card from here. And then we'll pull some cards from the other decks. A message, first off, that's really wanting to be spoken before I pull any cards is with us being in this new moon, transitioning through kind of this new moon in Capricorn. This is a time to really persevere with your hopes, dreams, and wishes, what you're wanting to build. Stay focused. I know that life happens. I felt a little pain in my heart before I began, so I know that there's a lot of big feelings and perhaps disappointments and heartache. And these are very valuable to acknowledge, but also to know that we can still create even when we don't feel great. Not waiting for like the perfect time to create or continue the progress. We can make room for healing and being gentle with ourselves and with our emotions and our tenderness and our griefs, but also carve room to create structure and discipline. And that's very Capricorn, is continuing the path, continuing your daily routines and exercise or work towards what you're really truly wanting to create, not giving up on that progress. Capricorn is like half goat. I think it's half fish, but you can correct me. Maybe I've heard half dolphin, but climbing up a mountain, and leading a path for others to follow. So it's very connected to a grandfather energy and the mountains. So there's this perseverance to continue your path. So I'm feeling a lot of encouragement to continue that. Okay, so it's Mystic Dreams. So this is like focusing on your inner dream. I have written here, Mystic Dream of Christ. So Christ, when I say Christ, it doesn't mean you have to be a Christian. It's Christ consciousness. It's the dream of unifying and coming together. So yeah, uniting the nations, the Piscean age. This is forgiveness and compassion. The channel of Christ consciousness and teachings. So this is, there's a bigger picture that's happening here, and you have a part in this greater vision and dream. And so it's like stepping aside our own personal doubts or fears, and again persevering to play your part in the big picture. Let's get a little bit more clarity on the mystic dream. I'm going to pull from angels and ancestors. You know, I don't know if you've seen the latest movie in Disney called Mufasa, which is, you know, Simba's father. But if you have, there's kind of like, to me, his perseverance to get to this land. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a dream that his parents shared with him about this beautiful oasis where all the animals unify and work together in this beautiful place. And so he's following this mystic dream because he believes in this promising land. So this is kind of what I'm sharing, is this promising land where there's peace and love and compassion and unifying our differences. Okay, yeah, so mystic dream. So there's a lot about water right now. This is the water garden. Connect with your emotions. So there's information within the emotions, the big feeling emotions, as we purge or grieve or, you know, feel out these emotions. There's a sense of newness, but new information that flows in. But not just that, there's just, even in some of these dense emotions, you know, when I say dense, I mean, you know, the really heavy feeling emotions, there's information in that too. It's all one. And if we call them negative or positive, it's like being present with them, because there's something that they're sharing with you about yourself and about what you are here to offer with your gifts and in your unique blueprint for why you're here on earth, you know? So just maybe a journaling and writing out what's happening in your life and what you're feeling, and not just like positively bypassing, you know, like we always want to say, be positive, be positive, be positive. But, you know, we also, if it was just positive all the time, like think of a battery, like we got to have a negative, receptive energy to the positive. So making room to just kind of, so this is kind of interesting because I started the video off of just persevering, but I think it's a dance and it's a balance of, you know, persevering, creating, just like this Capricorn energy, but it's like in support to what you're receiving through the emotional field and what's happening for you emotionally. And, you know, she's in a lot of blue, and blue is like, you know, I think of the throat chakra. So giving voice to these emotions. And when we write them, we are actually moving forward in a creative way and making it physical to what the information is within these emotions. So journaling is super important at this time. You also maybe keeping a dream journal, watching movies or reading books that inspire kind of that dreamy realm. But then a dream journal like by your bed, because at night perhaps you're having dreams that are very significant and there's symbols and signs and messages in them. So keeping a book by your bed also could be really supportive. Drinking lots of water, hydrating yourself, spending time near water, where you can dream out in nature, perhaps near a stream or an ocean or a lake, where you can just ponder and feel what the feelings and what's arising for you. And but also like in a geographic setting where it kind of supports a little bit of this inner dreaming, inner child play. Yeah, there's a bit coming through about the inner child and really making space to listen to that aspect of yourself and those feelings. Like, what did you like to do when you were a child? Like, how did you like to play? Like, what was your imagination like? What did you dream of? That's really important as well, I'm feeling. Even perhaps creating a vision board of some of these dreams you had as a child. And yeah, creating a vision board. And then that kind of brings that big vision together, all the little parts that you've been collecting, you know, and that you've been on through your journey, through what you consider the good times and the bad. Like, see how it's all bridging and coming together. And that's like your unique blueprint and unique dream that you're bringing forth to this earth. Let's look at self-care. I want to say like that land is called like Hanene or something. Hanene, that Mufasa and his gang are moving towards. I know he's with Scar, but Scar has a different name in the beginning. That's like his brother. His Scar's family adopts Mufasa. It's a really beautiful movie. I really recommend it. I love all the Lion King movies. The Water Guardian comes from this deck by Kyle Gray, by the way. Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. It's a really beautiful deck. Oh, okay. Some of you that are watching are water angels, water priestesses, working with water, singing, dancing, poetry, near, you know, yeah, just I'm really hearing that. And like, see, her biggest pearl is like on her third eye. So like big dreamers. The pearl is within the dream. Yes. Okay. Having water ceremonies. Blessing your water before you drink it. Singing in the bathtub to your bath water. There's like, water is always receiving and recording. I love writing poetry like all the time, but especially when I'm feeling like really heavy emotions, I like to give voice to those emotions. Yeah. Okay, there's quite a few cards that kind of came out here. Oh yeah, create art. Yes. So artists, watercolors, bringing the paintbrush to the canvas, and giving your emotions the freedom to dance on the canvas and paint what you're feeling. Making an altar. And, you know, like this kind of goes also with the vision board I was talking about, but an altar of all the important pieces that are influent that you wish to contribute to the big picture. Ground yourself, yes. So Capricorn season's earth time, really taking time to be out in nature and grounding yourself. So you don't get, washed away with the emotions or too caught up in like spiritual seeking and guidance. Remember to trust your own instincts and always tap into your body awareness. And look into the stars. So you could be really into astrology, moon phases, but doing these two hand in hand, making sure you're grounded while you're tuning to the stars and the ancestors of the stars and the information, the constellations. Yeah, so like I said, we're the phases of the moon, we're just transiting out of the new moon of Capricorn. So new moons are all about beginning new things. Capricorn is all about, like I said, building, progress, climbing. It's kind of that grandfather energy. It can also be really career focused. So, bringing your intuition, your inner guidance, your star knowledge to art, creating a fancy altar with it. Yeah, meditation, spending lots of time in meditation, solitude. See, her hair is like the stars, like she's receiving from the cosmos. Okay, is there anything else that wants to come through that could really... Okay, and this deck was the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card to kind of just wrap up this reading. Okay, now I'm hearing two more cards. I'm going to pull one from the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sterle. Okay, so Five of Swords. Five of Swords feels like there's been some kind of defeat, some kind of loss, perhaps also cutting out some people that are not really benefiting your path. Like she's won over their swords, but maybe not in a very gentle, loving way. And they're kind of walking forth very defeated and out, feeling some form of loss. She seems really strong though in her choice to do this. Yeah, she feels confident. Yeah, just, you might hear some beautiful children running outside my door there. Yeah, again, trusting your own instincts, doing what you know is best, but also maybe not burning some bridges. Really, maybe taking some time to ask yourself if that was truly necessary or if there's room for some compassion and understanding, maybe to look at them through like what it could be through their perspective and in their shoes. Here, I'll pull one more card from the Modern Witch around that. This could be also why you're feeling such deep feelings right now and expressing how you feel about this situation. Here, I'll bring it a little closer. Through your art. giving it a voice. Yeah, and just being, like I said, drinking water and really calming your central nervous system. There's like mushroom medicine. I wouldn't do like psychedelic. I wouldn't recommend that without someone who specializes in it. But there are non-psychedelic mushrooms products that can also help the nervous system. Yeah, sorry, I had to turn off there. There was some children outside running and one of them got hurt. So I just had to check in. Okay, yeah. So this is a young girl and she's picked up this new wand and she's reflecting on embarking on a new path. So there's some kind of new path that you are considering that can ignite your passions and what you're excited about. Yeah, in the bottom of the deck, there's 5 of Wands. So there's been like different opposing views, all just, some are wearing masks, some are not. And there's been some conflict. And I'm just curious, it feels like, there's a time when we work together, and then there's a time sometimes to kind of take a solitude path to just kind of focus on yourself and what you want to create at this time and what brings you joy and passion, and kind of like grounding yourself through this time. Ashwagandha also is really good for the central nervous system and stress. You can get that at a health food store. Sorry, I feel called to pull one more. Which one? Okay. Yeah. So this is taking grounded practical steps. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Taking grounded practical steps towards what you're wanting to build at this time. This is just like being also practical in your everyday life, which will help you stay grounded, like paying your bills, going grocery shopping, taking your recycling out, like doing little things like that, washing your dishes, like little things that kind of benefit the whole big picture. And yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. So let's see, the horse is not moving. She's just listening and pondering, what kind of, what's the next move to take. Yeah, but to me, the Knight of Pentacles means just slow and steady, like slow and steady wins the race, just taking one step at a time towards the big picture. And again, at the bottom of the deck, there's the World. So there is a big completion that's happening right here, like coming full circle. So, it's like putting all the pieces together again, like with your painting or like vision board, and kind of seeing the big picture of what you have done so far to get where you are on this time of your journey and where you are. So yeah, coming full circle and kind of reflecting on that. And again, journaling. All right. And we are going to finish with the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. Let's see what kind of animal totem wants to come through that's supporting this. Already we see the horse, right? And we are soon to be going into the year of the horse, the fire horse. Okay, so again, after the ending card, we got the renewal. These cute little raccoons. You know, there's a pink butterfly, so there's like an innocence. Pink to me is very like innocent color. And they're like a family of raccoons. After whatever this ending has been, there's kind of like this renewal and innocence and curiosity that's transforming and purifying. And it says here, it's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. Yeah, so mystic dream, Christ consciousness, there was a thing here about forgiveness and compassion. And same with this card. There's been a defeat, but was it really a defeat that was like necessary? There could be maybe some more compassion around that, but also compassion with yourself and kindness with yourself about your choices and actions. And then taking maybe some grounded practical steps towards this maybe repatching, whether that's just repatching yourself and taking care of yourself. There's definitely a focus on, picking up a new wand and staying and trying something new, maybe with a new approach to what you want to bring back to your community and family. And this could be what your altar is about, like really what you want to see from yourself, from your family, from your community around you, like what your needs are. You can build an altar around that. And painting and expressing how you feel about the whole situation. Yeah, okay. So I can feel, there's a lot. This is a lot. And you're doing great. It's okay to be exactly where you are and to have all these feelings and experiences. Just remember to be gentle with yourself. And I hope this reading really brings in some clarity and some support. And I hopefully post some more videos in the near future. Okay? Namaste. Thank you. Aloha. Thanks for watching White Raven Oracle, and please subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this reading. Bye for now.